Jamie Carragher says Liverpool have a 21-year-old who looks like Patrick Vieira. Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher has claimed Ryan Gravenberch reminds him of Patrick Vieira. The Reds have had a great start to the season. Apart from last weekend's controversial defeat to Tottenham, they have hardly made a mistake and their new signings are performing brilliantly. Gravenberch scored his first goal for Liverpool this week. Liverpool signed Ryan Gravenberch from Bayern Munich on the transfer deadline day last month. The 21-year-old is a great young player. He scored his first goal for the team on Thursday against Union Saint-Gilloise and Jürgen Klopp praised him after the game. Gravenberch is slowly being brought into the team by Klopp, but we can all see that he has what it takes to play in the Premier League. He is tall, strong and physical, and Jamie Carragher says he reminds him of Arsenal legend and Premier League Hall of Famer Patrick Vieira. As for Gravenberch, he hasn't played a lot. You look at his potential and you think there could be something really special there, Carragher said. You see signs of it, the way he moves and the way he glides past people. There is something there, and if Jürgen Klopp and his team can turn that into something good, we could have a really special player. Just looking at him, he looks like a footballer, his height, his physique. He reminds me a bit of Patrick Vieira, the way he glides with the ball. You can see traces of that, he said. Patrick Vieira was arguably one of the best midfielders to ever play in the Premier League. The legendary Frenchman had everything in the game. He was strong, powerful, technically excellent, could score goals, provide assists and was a true leader. Being compared to Vieira is a huge compliment for Gravenberch, but the young Dutchman is no stranger to comparisons. He has previously been compared to Frank Rijkaard and Paul Pogba. Gravenberch's former coach Brian Tevreden said, "Physically I see the old Frank in him because he is tall and very strong. But technically, I would say he's a better version of Pogba in his best days at Juventus. He's very dominant like Pogba in terms of technique and presence on the pitch, and that's what I see in Ryan." Dutchman has made a really good start to his Anfield career, and it looks like his Bayern Munich days are already behind him. Despite being a new signing, he is already contributing to the scoring, and his physique and pace really suit the Premier League. Ryan could be the next player that Klopp will be parting his star with. Jürgen Klopp admits extraordinary Liverpool player has suffered an injury. Things were going well at Liverpool, but after the defeat to Tottenham and the VAR scandal, morale was low. However, Klopp and his team didn't let this down and managed to win the Europa League game in midweek. While the Reds were in the spotlight with off-field incidents, there was another injury shock. The 32-year-old has not played for the Reds since April after undergoing surgery at the end of last season. Liverpool sent the Spaniard for surgery in the hope that Thiago would recover from a long-standing hip injury. Since then, however, other problems have arisen during his recovery at Melwood. Thiago first returned to training in August, giving boss Klopp a big boost. However, Thiago returned to the treatment room in the weeks when he was close to returning to fitness. Now the 46-time Spain international is facing another protected absence after another problem emerged. Klopp has confirmed that Thiago is no closer to his long-awaited return, and Liverpool are facing a new injury. It's not a big problem, but serious enough to delay his return. His new problem has nothing to do with the two injuries that have plagued him for months. Klopp said, "It's especially frustrating for him. He had two setbacks in the rehabilitation process. Nothing major, but enough to keep him out of action again. Obviously, it's not the same injury, not at all, but a bit similar," Klopp said. Thiago missed Liverpool's last 6 games of the 2022-2023 Premier League period after the Spaniard suffered a hip injury that required surgery. His campaign ended in April after just 18 games, of which he started 14. Klopp gave Thiago just 56 minutes of league football. Given Thiago's injury problems last season, Liverpool and Klopp would have been hoping for better this term. He was sidelined 4 times during the Premier League campaign. 3 of these injury spells were of prolonged duration for Thiago as well. The Spaniard has not been fit for a full season since Klopp signed Thiago from Bayern Munich for £20 million and upgraded to £25 million in September 2020. The midfielder, who Klopp described as exceptional, has always been out for long periods at least once. Unfortunately, the Spaniard's Anfield career is likely to be remembered for his injury history. What he has done during his time on the pitch is undeniably good. but it's really sad not to be able to watch him for a full season. The club is ready to sell the big talent the Reds want. Liverpool's efforts to sign one of the Premier League's exciting players have reportedly gathered pace, and a new development has emerged. The Reds made significant changes to their squad in the summer transfer window, and the one area Jürgen Klopp has focused on completely overhauling is the midfield. Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, James Milner, Naby Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain departed, while Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Wataru Endo, and Ryan Gravenberch arrived at Anfield to add youth and dynamism to a midfield that has been outstanding this season. However, with Virgil van Dijk now 32 and Mohamed Salah just a year younger, the time is approaching when other areas of the pitch need to be addressed. Al Ittihad's £150 million bid for Salah has been turned down, and it is not out of the question that Salah will move to Saudi Arabia in 2024. In such a situation, Liverpool could look to sign a replacement for Salah, and one player who has emerged as a potential target is Wolves star Pedro Neto. The 23-year-old has been linked with a move to a number of Premier League clubs, and although he is under contract with the Wanderers until the summer of 2027, that is unlikely to deter potential suitors. According to the latest reports, Liverpool could receive a boost in their quest to land Wolves star Neto. The Midlands club are now ready to cash in on him with shares high. The report states that the Reds are firmly in the mix to sign the 23-year-old, but they are not alone, as Arsenal, as well as Tottenham, Newcastle United and Aston Villa, are also interested. This is a clear boost for Liverpool, who could at some point in the near future be contemplating life without Salah, even if his time at Anfield does not come to an end next summer. The 31-year-old is an almost irreplaceable figure, considering he has been one of the best players in the world over the last 5 years, but with Neto, the Reds could have a great option. The Wolves winger, who shares the same contract with Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota, has made a fantastic start to this season, providing 4 assists in just 7 Premier League games. One of them came when he gave Joe Gomez a hard time in his team's 3-1 home defeat to Liverpool. At 23, he is still a young player and is likely to get even better. Injuries have plagued him in the past, but the fact that he has overcome the worst of them is encouraging. Newcastle United legend Alan Shearer has in the past praised Neto as a great talent, and he is now one of the most impressive wide players in the league. His directness, pace, and end product are similar to Salah's, and that's attracting Klopp's interest. Neto has mostly played on the left wing this season, but he has already shown that he can play in all areas of the attack. He is left-footed like Salah, and Klopp could make him Salah's successor on the right flank.